Hi, I'm Manuel Monserrat, and I'm here live from the global headquarters of Toshiba Global Commerce Solutions in Raleigh, North Carolina. Today, as part of our coverage for NRF 2022, we're bringing you an exciting session on one of our new offerings in the hardware portfolio, the TCx 810. I have a few of my colleagues here who are going to walk you not only through a few of the key features of the offering, but also to tell you a little bit more about the purpose, the design, why we decided to put all these capabilities in the 810 so that you can see how they apply to your business. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Bill Gregory, who will introduce the rest of the team and take you through the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Well, hello and welcome to Toshiba's Commerce Innovation Studio. This is the hardware bar area. Today we're going to introduce the TCx 810. This is the newest in our all-in-one point-of-sale terminals. We introduced 12 models late in 2021. The 12 models, there's 3 different screen sizes and 4 different processors, so that's how we get to 12. On my right, your left, we have the 19.5-inch form factor. In the center, I'm showing the 15.6-inch form factor. And on my left, we're showing the 15-inch 4x3 form factor. I'm showing this one in white because the i5 models also come in white as well as black. This is an exciting announcement for us because it's the follow-on to the TCx 800 line, which was very popular. We also have introduced a lot of different features such as the 2x20 mag stripe reader, and we have some new ones which my friend Steve Nicholas will talk to you about, such as a 2D barcode scanner and also a fingerprint reader. The all-in-one platform is fabulous for offering flexibility and choices for you to put into your wrap stand. We're showing it on a double hinge stand. We also have a tilt swivel stand, but it also has a Visa 100 mount on the back so that you can fit it into any of the third-party mounts that are available. The double hinge stand gives you the ability to have straight on for a cashier to view. It can flip over for you to show to a customer, for them to input something for a transaction. But also you can fold it all the way flat if you have a wrap stand that needs a flat design, so you have that capability as well. This is the tilt swivel stand. It does not offer a height adjustment, but you have tilt and it will swivel around about 180 degrees. With the power of the mounting choices that you've got, we give you the option of using this technology platform on our ProX hybrid kiosk, which is shown over here on my left. We had this kiosk with the TCx 800 and the T10 form as the tablet, as the engine for it, but we also now have it for the TCx 810 as well. So with all these choices and flexibility, I'd like to introduce Steve Nicholas, who is a worldwide product line manager. And Steve can talk to you about some of the new features, the cameras and the others, and why we did certain things and where they could be used most effectively. So Steve, take it away.
Thank you very much, Bill. Great to be here. Thank you very much for your time today. So these are great new systems. We've got, as Bill mentioned, these 3 different form factors that we're using here today, but there's many different segments that are interested in these particular products. We see and hear from retailers in grocery, we hear from them in quick service restaurants, we hear them from a different variety of type of implementations. They're built, ruggedized, and tested. We'll talk a little bit retail hardened testing here in a little bit with our hardware architect, Kim Wood. But if you want to utilize these in a warehouse, back kitchen situation in a restaurant, they are designed for the ruggedness, the flexibility, the fit, the finish. They're secure systems. They're really a great solution for retailers looking for an all-in-one point-of-sale system. So I want to touch a little bit upon what are some of the new options that are available. Bill mentioned a couple here on the hardware bar. Looking at the 15.6, we've got our new full high-definition camera. This is a top-mount camera. It can rotate, so it rotates up to 215 degrees. What's great about that is if you need to do image capture for employees for check-in, or if you have to do validation of customers for age verification purposes, it's a great solution that you can utilize with a retailer's image capture strategy with their software capture strategy. We also have the two-dimensional barcode scanner here. This is also brand new. This is a side-mounted barcode scanner. What's great about that is you eliminate an extra peripheral down on the countertop. You can actually declutter your countertop by having it mounted on the side. It does a great job. It rotates up to 270 degrees to capture not only barcodes, but also QR codes. So if you have loyalty programs that people are using their smartphone with, that you want to capture that image, you could do so by rotating the camera itself. What's also wonderful about that is that you have a much more robust type of scanner than you would in a typical handheld scanner itself. What's also great is we offer additional attachments that can be top mounted. We have a 2x20 display here that would show the transaction information to a customer. We also offer a 10.1 inch display, either touch or non-touch, to either display the transaction information or possibly advertising information. So that's a great addition for some of our customers. You can see here from some of the white options we have here, we have a magnetic stripe reader. This is a more robust MSR from our previous generation. We also offer a iButton key reader, as you can see here. This is also great for supervisory access to the system itself. The key fob itself would stay on the keychain of the supervisor. They would come up and they would just tap it and they'd get that supervisory access. Finally, the thing I'm really excited about is an improved fingerprint reader that we're offering here today. What's great about this fingerprint reader is the fact that it's got a much larger space, so it does a much better job of capturing the fingerprint itself. It also accepts up to 4 million swipes, where previous generation was only 2 million swipes. And how do we do that? There's a new oxidized coating on the fingerprint reader itself, so it does a better job of recognizing the fingerprint in case there's grease or grime or other residue on the fingerprint. It also does a much better job of protecting against lint, scratches, etc. So one of the things that we're very proud of is the fact that we've got better serviceability with these units versus our previous generation. We have here with our 15-inch model, I'm going to show you, we have some of the covers that are off. And what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and rotate that display like Bill had mentioned earlier. Just to touch upon that, it rotates up to 160 degrees. Bill mentioned that you can then show the transaction to the customer. It's got a built-in accelerometer, which makes it very easy to then flip and show additional information, have a better customer interactivity experience. You can see here, I've got the front side cabling. We've got our cover latch to help protect against the connectors. Just basically pull that back, it locks into place. And you can see here that we've got a row of onboard connectors that include powered RS-232, powered USB. We've got a display, a second display connector. We've got USB-C. So things that we had used in a different configuration in the past, we've now integrated completely on the display. We also offer an additional connector here in the stand in case you want additional USB connectors or additional RS-232 connectors. If you were to pole mount this particular display, we offer an optional I/O hub that would have those connectors built in, and a single cable would route through the pole itself to connect through the USB-C. As you can see here, we're doing a much better job with cable management. I've got a cable cover here. I'm going to open that up so you can see exactly how much better we are connecting those particular cables. You can see here we've got clips already built into the stand itself. There's also clips built into the base. That helps keep the cables in place to keep the cables from becoming disconnected at the connector point itself. What's great about that is it reduces the number of service calls you have to put in to have somebody come out. What I've heard from our service team is that many service calls are basically placed for those customers that may have a cable that got disengaged. This helps prevent against that in the future. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce Kim Wood, our hardware architect, so she could talk a little bit about some of the enhancements that we've done from a design and retail hardened perspective. So welcome, Kim. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Steve. So let's get started and talk a little bit about the touchscreens. They're projective capacitive, and everyone is very familiar with projective capacitive technology. It's in every one of your cell phones. It's very accurate and very responsive. One fun fact is the active part of the capacitive screen is on the inside of the glass. This protects it from getting worn off, cleaned off, or scratched up. The top side of the glass is etched and provides you the best anti-glare technology. Our processors, we'll talk a little bit more about them. They're Gen 11 from Intel. They're also off their embedded roadmap, which will give us a long time to produce these and as well as support these.
And I think what's great about that new 11th gen processor is Toshiba is the first to market in the all-in-one point-of-sale system with that 11th gen set of processors. So like you mentioned, it's got a long life and therefore helps retailers plan ahead for future installation requirements at the point of sale.
Correct. It should help them have the same system over their entire rollout across their enterprise. Another something I should mention is our retail hardening. We, of course, test all our products to the same retail hardened standard. We've gone a little bit further with these in the lint, dust, and spill test. We've actually certified it for IP53. That is when you have the head by itself. When you add the head peripherals, that changes to IP52, but still gives it a very much protection against lint, dust, and liquids. So you have that spill, clean it up, keep going. Transaction should not be interrupted at all.
And I want to point out for those that are watching here on the video, we also have the Retail Wow series that just came out recently that kind of a lot of fun videos that show some of that retail hardened message that we want to bring out to the market. So if you get a chance, check those videos out. You know, I think retailers now are also really interested in what kind of cleaning that we do with these particular systems. So could you touch a little bit about that?
Yes. Of course, everybody's worried about cleaning touchscreens these days. We have always done a chemical test on our units. We make sure that they're sealed and they can withstand the harsh environment. We do recommend you clean these with isopropyl alcohol, but we know that in all likelihood, you're going to grab whatever handy cleaning agent you have on hand. You might not put it on the cloth, but you might spray it directly on the screen, and we've got you covered. We do all that type of testing. We have also added a lot of sanitation agents to that lineup. So you can clean this as often as you like, as often as necessary.
So Kim, I know a lot of retailers are interested in figuring out from a mobile strategy how they can integrate Wi-Fi into their point of sale system. Can you tell the audience a little bit about what we've been doing to improve our Wi-Fi capability with these new E10s?
Yeah, so another leading edge piece of hardware that we've introduced is the Intel AX210. It's an M.2 form factor for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It gives you Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2, which performs much better in a retail environment. So that's a feature that you can get incorporated in the TCx 810.
And I think it future-proofs for retailers, right? Because that's the latest Wi-Fi capability out in the market today. And I don't believe that there's any other retailers that are offering it on their all-in-one point-of-sale systems at this time.
Yes, we're very lucky to launch right along with Intel, and it again is on their embedded roadmap. So we have a nice 10-year life with that. So again, you can roll out this across your enterprise and be assured that it's something that's going to be around to support the whole rollout and your service.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. So With that, we want to thank you for joining us here today. Again, we're really excited about these new TCx 810s that are coming out into market. They're available today. What I'd recommend is you talk to your Toshiba rep, talk to your partner, learn a little bit more about how to get one in for one of your labs for testing, for more information. So with that, we want to thank you for your time today. Look forward to working with you, and we are accelerating with purpose, and thank you very much for your time.